It sure is. A race that Night of Thunder won back in 2013. It has pointed us in the way of some good horses. Diego Ventura is interesting, dropping back in trip. He was second in a 7-furlong Group 3 last time out. I thought Fast Track Harry was slightly overpriced because the form of his Newbury win has worked out pretty well. We're all set here, Stuart Machin.
They're off. Now, Shadow Army was down on his nose leaving the stalls, and he's given them a fair start as the William Hill Prospect Stakes gets Futurity Day underway. Arctic Voyage Grey Jacket began brightly, pushes the early pace along with Francisco's Piece in the green and yellow and the nose banded King's Call towards the near side. Now, in the first time blinkers, La Bellota up between horses. The White Sleeves is pulling hard and is joining the leading line at the end of a quarter of a mile. Diego Ventura, the red cap, on the right-hand side under James Doyle. Towards the left of the cluster down the centre of the course, that's Fast Track Harry in the purple and light blue. Bounty in the purple and white, Brian Moore at last but one. And from that very awkward start, Shadow Army remains last. They've got 2.5 furlongs to go. The free-going La Bellota is stringing the field out here. It's going to be a fairly lengthy last quarter mile. They're nudging 40 miles an hour. La Bellota with Diego Ventura giving chase. Now Bounty is asked to close, moves up into third. Further back to Fast Track Harry. La Bellota passes the furlong 3 lengths clear. Diego Ventura and Bounty are inching closer. La Bellota just looking a little lonely. Diego Ventura is bearing down on him. La Bellota needs the line, gets it. La Bellota wins the William Hill Prospect Stakes over Diego Ventura, Bounty, Francisco's Piece, then Fast Track Harry, King's Call, Shadow Army, and Arctic Voyage dropped right away.
The most experienced in the lineup, La Bellota. Blinkers on first time, handbrake off. Catch me if you can. They couldn't, Fitzy.
He ran a hell of a race when I was working for ITV down at Newbury earlier this year in bad ground. And he's revelled in conditions today, and they tried. You could see Bounty and you could see Diego Ventura. Look at the horse in the middle who literally went down on his nose, had no chance after that Shadow Army. But he just bounced out straight into the bridle and gone.
The favourite Bounty just got sort of bumped around a bit. Ryan was probably a little bit further back perhaps than he would have wanted to be because of that.
Yes, possibly. Certainly the way the race has panned out, because the winner's gone on and made all. But it's not ideal when you have that happen to you at the start, and you're going to go to plan B, C, and D. But it's a great performance from La Bellota. She's had a very tough summer and has completely maintained the form. And it's great for Jerry McGladrey, who is a great supporter of not just racing, but Northern racing in particular. You'll see his colours week in, week out at Musselburgh, both on the flat and over jumps. And it's great to see him have a winner.
Yeah, lovely for Johnny Ryan as well. Having really taken over from his dad, Mick. He's had a great season, but I think as well we saw evidence of that ground as well. Horses were struggling for traction on it. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out later in the big race.
It looked like the sort of ground that even if they've handled soft and heavy in the past, doesn't actually mean anything today. It's how they handle this type of ground.
Specialist ground. La Bellota was second in the Group 2 Mill Reef, fourth in the Cornwallis at Group 3. He wins the listed race at Doncaster at 13-2. Diego Ventura in second at 100-30. And the really well-backed 5-4 favourite Bounty was in third. OK, up next is a novices hurdle over 3 miles and another strong Irish contingent headed by intense